You'll see in the book that there are quite a few different techniques for regulating the brain and for lengthening the brain waves and connecting up brain waves. And the first one I want to show for this Crystal Surgery 1 demo is the Shungite technique, because it's new and I only developed it just before or as we went into the pandemic, and actually it's really important and really nice. It helps people's brains clear. So if they've got a bit of brain fog because of exhaustion or intoxication of some kind, or for any reason, I take 2 Shungite spheres and I do a pulsing. It came up with a new kind of pulsing for this technique as well, and it's absolutely fabulous. We'll see what Linda thinks. You start quite far away, and I'm going to end up covering this. And as I go and I pulse the Shungite, I also seem to be squeezing it as I go. So remember that there is a kind of a squeezing action as you're pulsing with the Shungite. And you start quite far away and you pulse about 5 or 6 times, and then when it feels done, you come in a layer and you pulse again 5 or 6 times.
Getting stronger.
That's right. And then you come in again.
It's really thick.
And then even closer. So 3 times does it, but it seems like Linda really likes this, so I'm ending up doing it 4 times for her. And it's quite invigorating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you go to the third eye and the crown chakras, and you begin again. And I'm pretty sure that we could be using this to help older people's brains, and actually anything where things are getting stiff and hard, because Shungite is just such an amazing.
So strong.
It is, isn't it? And
Yeah.
nice. And then you can do that at the feet as well. So I'm going to go and do it at the feet because that would be great. Also in 3 layers, from far, medium, and close. Now I'll go in close. And it really seems to have a great effect. I tell you what, it's invigorating me to do it. Just by squeezing and pulsing the Shungite, I feel like a different person. Fabulous. Regulating the firing of the brain is on page 187. It's a great technique. What I like most about it is all you need for it really is 2 Sodalite tumbled stones. And so here's a fantastic technique that just requires a minimal amount of pricey stones. I mean, Sodalite tumbled stones will range in price from $3 to $9 or something like that. And that's what you need. Now I've added in, I happen to have this lovely piece of Sodalite with an active point, and it taught me some pieces of this technique. And so then when I went to see if I could get Sodalite with active point for all of you, that didn't seem to exist, and I ended up with pyramids. So I also have this Sodalite pyramid, and as it happens, that point of a pyramid, because of the wide base, that point is active times 10. So actually it's easier for me to do the technique using the pyramid point than it is using this tool. But this tool gets to feel left out every now and again, and it did teach me this part of the technique. So I'm going to honor it and use it as I demonstrate. And what we can do is we can put the Sodalite pyramid right there to help with what we're doing. So when we're regulating the firing of the brain, what we're looking at is that brain waves, instead of making a nice smooth left to right and right to left wave transition, they go a little bit higgledy-piggledy. So what you want is this kind of action going through the brain. If I did it sideways for the camera so you can see what I'm doing, it's like this. So a regular sine wave going through the brain. But instead of that, we get this kind of sine wave where it goes, and then it sort of gets stuck, and it may even hit a bit of a wall in the brain and have to go around and then try and pull itself back together again as a wave on the other side of that obstruction. And what we're going to do with the Sodalite is we're going to, this is like my ping pong, it's like I'm playing ping pong with the brain wave, and I'm going to hit the ping pong ball to this Sodalite and make sure that the brainwave tracks all the way through. I'm going to hit the ball with this ping pong bat of Sodalite and send the brainwave back to this stone. So that's what's happening, and as that's happening, I'm looking for that brainwave to get an even, regular, organized waveform as it goes from one to the other, and that the speed is the same and the waveform is the same, and that's regulating the firing of the brain, you see? So I begin by looking for the obstructions using my Sodalite tool. And I see I don't have my bowl, so I'm just going to pick it up from here. I do need my bowl for this. Here we are. And I'll do that there. And I'll just straighten this little neck that needs a bit of Alexander attention as well. Get that there. And then let's start by just clearing any, and there it is, there's a little wall in the brain. Now I could interview that little scritchy area and ask, what are you doing and why are you there, but I'm not going to right now, because we want to just grid the skull. And there's another little lumpy bumpy area that needs to be scritched out, and then some more. Good. It's quite smooth but not perfect. And there's a little area. Good. Nice. It's all on the left side here. So now I can tell from the way that this is clustering on the brain that Linda's been short of time in the past week, and that there's something organizational that she hasn't had time to get to, and it's bothering her. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
So, and how I get there is I just say, what does this mean? I ask. And then the information came forward. Left side of brain is the organizing function of the brain, the more analytical organizing side, as a grouping, and it's got a little bit cluttered up, and so there it is. And if we clear this, organizing stuff, it can take a year or it can take a minute, just depending how clear your mind is and how well you can organize your brain. So this is probably the best part of today for Linda, is that I'm going to clear this blockage to the organizational functioning of her brain and get her brain regulated to fire in a way that has it be a quick and easy solution. And she'll just go, I have no idea why this took me so long. Look how easy it was. But it's all about getting the brain clear first.
I was just telling my husband why I just felt stuck planning this graduation party. Just kept getting stuck. Like I just couldn't move forward with it.
Oh my goodness, it's so accurate, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, live and on video. We are doing well. Okay, I don't need my glasses for this. So now we've got those obstacles to the brainwaves. So now the brainwaves don't have to bypass anything, or they don't have to hit into a wall. And now we can go forward. Man, I even saw something flashing here at me. So it's as if the light had collected on the right side of the brain, and when I looked down I actually saw a flash of light. And so we'll see now what happens. So I'd start, there's 3 positions. I start above the ear here, like that. And this is, your conscious brain functions reside in this part. And there it is. Instantly I can feel like a ball traveling from one side to the other. Can you feel it too?
Yeah.
It's strong, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Very lit up and just...
It's very thorough. That scratchy worked well. Yes, it's soothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when your brain starts to work better, that's great. Wow, that's nice. Okay, so that's first position, so it feels like we're doing ballet here. Second position is literally behind the ear. So let me just show you where that is. So it's good that you got pretty ears. So there we go. And we're going to place it here, you see? Okay. And the same on the other side. Oh, it's just, it hardly needs a sodalite. The scritchy scratch worked well. And that's also, it worked well because of the sodalite pyramid on the head. And we also did Shungite detox, the Shungite stimulation beforehand. So, wow, that's good, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It helps you feel calmer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing with regulating the firing of the brain. It helps you feel calmer, but it also has you feel clear and alert.
Clear was the word I was going to use.
Clear is the word you're going to use. Good. And then when you get up off the table, then you'll feel the alert part as well. So that's great. Okay, so then the third position is here at the brain stem. So you want to get on the neck. So just below the skull, onto that area there. And that's your third position. And so this is unconscious functioning. And this part of your brain, the pons and the medulla oblongata, the pons viroli and the medulla oblongata, this is your reptilian brain, this is your unconscious brain, this is the center of your coordination. It's also the center of your instinct. And because it's the center of your instinct, it's the center of your intuition. Because instinct is a very important piece of intuition. So you get this functioning well, and then oh my goodness, that was so calming for you. She just went quiet in my hands. That was lovely. Wow. That's beautiful. That's getting all of the nervous system, all the parts of the nervous system working together. So this is truly regulating the firing of the brain and the nervous system, because we're talking central nervous system, autonomic nervous system, and enteric nervous system. 3 nervous systems all need attention, and the better they can work together and harmonize, the better you're going to feel and function. That's spectacular. Thank you. That's great.